benvenido a la Roush Sports Network. It's Christmas, or as our neighbors would say to the south, Feliz Navidad. So in order to celebrate Christmas, I have created a video in which I compare every Premier League team to a team in the NFL. Alright, I currently get like no views, so anyone who watches this, go in the comments, suggest a video. I literally will do it, as long as it's within reason. Because I have like no views, no reason not to. And also, since this video is going to be kind of long, and if you only want to watch your team, I'll put the timestamps in the comments section. Make it a little easier for you guys. So we start off with Liverpool, and I would say they are most similar to the Green Bay Packers. They have both been successful throughout their history. They're both doing pretty well at the minute. And you know, they're both not super hateable unless you're like their direct rivals. Or like if you're like Everton or the Vikings. So that's kind of that comparison. Next up will be Man City, who I'd compare to the Patriots. Throughout their history, they've been all right. Good moments, bad moments. But over the last 10 to 20 years, they have had an absolute renaissance. They've improved drastically, and it's shown with the results. They have both recently lost a stalwart of all of their recent success. The Man City and David Silva, and the Patriots and Tom Brady. But they're looking to build new eras around younger players. Third, Manchester United. It's the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys, aka America's team. Manchester United is widely viewed as the most popular team in England. Manchester United and Cowboys are not just similar in that though. They have had eras of success that are, at this point, seemingly behind them. And they both go with the mantra of next year will be always our year. Chelsea, I'd compare them to the New Orleans Saints. They were not great for a very long time, but over the last 10 to 20 years, with good players, good coaches, they've improved drastically and have given themselves chances to win some stuff. Leicester, Kansas City Chiefs. Leicester is not really similar to the Chiefs, or really anyone in the NFL. They are similar in that right now they're probably the best they've ever been. But Leicester's title win in 2015-16 was an unparalleled event, and there's a pretty good chance that at some point I will probably make a video about that event on its own, because it's amazing. Tottenham Hotspur, Atlanta Falcons. Anyone who's a fan of either of these teams and knows the other one knows exactly where this is going. So let me tell you a little story about Atlanta. They were up 28-3 in the Super Bowl. They were playing Tom Brady's Patriots. They somehow managed to lose that game. Spurs have been losing games like that for their whole history. In fact, they haven't won the first league title in England since 1961. Seriously, Spurs, Falcons, you're basically the same person. Bottlers. If I had a water bottle right now to illustrate what you both are, it would do it perfectly. Next, Wolverhampton Wanderers, or the Wolves. I would probably say they're much like the Tennessee Titans. They're sort of trying to develop into this really good team. They've got coaches, good players. Unfortunately, they're both a bit reliant on one player. Wolves and Raul Jimenez, who's currently injured, and the Titans with Derrick Henry. Imagine if he went out, Titans fans. What would you guys do then? Arsenal, New York Giants. They've had some good moments around the turn of the century, but at the minute they really look to be struggling, especially Arsenal. The struggles are real for both Arsenal and the Giants. They'll be hoping to get back to their glory days sometime soon. Sheffield United, Jets. Well, Sheffield is the worst team in the Premier League right now. And the New York Jets is the worst team in the NFL. Not technically, they've got the same record as the Jags, but come on. Burnley, Chicago Bears. They were both at one point the best team in the world in their sport. Burnley in the early 60s, Chicago Bears in the 80s. They have both also been dreadfully average for the last few decades. Southampton, Houston Texans. They both always get close to building something great and then screw it up with bad transfers and bad market. Southampton is currently on the up because they spiraled down, almost got relegated, but they managed to stay up. They're currently back on the up, and undoubtedly in a year or two they will sell their manager to a better club, sell most of their best players. It's what they do. And the Texans are no different. They have recently just done the spiral. They had a good team. Now they don't. They sold their best player. Their coach was a joke. Sacked him. You know, they're same teams in cycle, different places in the cycle right now. Everton, Broncos. They've had a lot of historical success and a little bit lately, but not a lot. They're looking to get back. Bit delusional. Broncos and Everton. Newcastle, Las Vegas Raiders. They're both pretty average right now. They've had good moments in not too far back history, and they both hate their owners. Crystal Palace, Chargers. They're both not very good consistently, but never bad enough for people to notice them as a bad team. They're like below average, but never the worst. Brighton, Carolina Panthers. These two teams are two teams that, sorry, Brighton and Panthers fans, no one cares about them other than the two fans of each. Sorry, no one cares. West Ham, Buffalo Bills, delusional. Completely delusional. West Ham, you know it's true. Buffalo, you know it's true as well. You guys are delusional. Aston Villa, Steelers. Aston Villa and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So what if I told you there was a team with a controversial star player for things he did off the field? They were always looking to be good, and no one really likes them. Steelers fans and Villa fans will both think I'm talking about them, because I am. They are very similar in those areas, and no one really likes either of them, from a Browns fan. Leeds, Cleveland Browns. Leeds have been out of the Premier League for 16 years before finally achieving promotion this year. The Browns have been out of the playoffs for 18 years before this year looks to be their year. Now, they could choke it. They're the Browns, I know, but no, this feels different. I think they're getting in the playoffs this year. West Brom, Detroit Lions. Bad, consistently bad, and they will continue to be bad. Fulham, Washington Football Team. These collectively, too, are the only ones that could change their name and it not be that big of news.